Okay, great. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to our webinar. Um, the aim of the session today is going to be to basically help you begin your Plastic Clever journey. We're going to be talking about the plastic problem and the impact that it has on the planet. We're going to introduce you to the 3 stages of the Plastic Clever Schools programme and how to achieve the award, as well as show you a range of supporting materials and how to access them. And then lastly, we're going to tell you about some grant money that we have available to apply for and hope that you will hopefully apply for too. So hopefully after this session, you're going to be inspired to help your students lead the way in becoming plastic clever. We say plastic clever and not plastic free because it's impossible to become plastic free, but we can be clever about the way we use plastic. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat or unmute yourself and have a question as we're going along, or alternatively, just wait till the end and we will allow some time for a little question and answer session for everyone to feel free to ask questions then. So. Right, a little bit about myself. My name is Kerry. I am a part-time primary school teacher. I work at the start of the week. I became part-time so that I could also focus on charity work. And I work for 2 charities. I work for Common Seas and Kids Against Plastic. And Kids Against Plastic is a charity that my daughters actually created when they were much younger than they are now. They're the girls pictured in this on this slide here. Their names are Amy and Ella, and they began their charity when they were only 10 and 12 years old, which was about 9 years ago now, quite a long time. And they started it after they'd been learning about the UN Global Goals for Sustainable Development. And the aim of their charity is to raise awareness of the detrimental impact that single-use plastic can have on the environment, but also to promote alternatives as a solution. The girls and the charity are passionate about educating children and adults alike, but also want to inspire them to take action for themselves. So we strongly believe that young people are the future with an important voice and that they can make a difference. So as well as the Plastic Clever Schools programme, Kids Against Plastic, Kids Against Plastic runs a kids club, which is an online regular meeting on a Saturday morning, and they have various child-led campaigns and school initiatives, which all raise awareness of the issue of plastic pollution.
And hi, everybody. My name is Jian Wei, the School Engagement Officer at Common Seas. Common Seas is on a mission to stop the flow of plastic pollution, to protect our ocean, our health, and our future. To achieve this, our work includes partnering with governments to drive policy changes, mainly small island developing states, conducting research on human health impacts of plastic, and empowering children through education.
Right, question for you. Why teach about plastics? Well, there are many reasons, and lots of which we're going to try and cover today for you. But we thought we'd start with the DFE policy. In 2022, the then government, announced a new strategy on sustainability and climate change in schools. And like many strategies, it's not perfect, but we were quite excited because it was and is what is needed. So the aim of the strategy is for the UK to become the world leading education sector in sustainability and climate change by 2030. And they set a target for all schools to have a sustainability lead and climate action plan in place by 2025, which is the year we are currently in. Now, plastic pollution is one of the biggest environmental problems of our time, and it's a really powerful topic because it covers a multitude of environmental and social issues, spanning from resource consumption and circular design to marine biology, human health, and climate change, global climate change. On top of that, it's also incredibly tangible because everyone, everywhere, of any age can see how their behaviours can contribute to the problem. And importantly, they can also be part of the solution. Now, before we tell you anything more about the Plastic Clever Schools programme, we thought we would talk to you a bit about the problem through a quiz. Now, it's a true or false quiz, and it's something very similar to what we do in our workshops when we go into schools. And it's also a digital resource that we have on as part of an assembly package that we have. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to give you a few statements, and I want you to decide whether they are true or false. So to answer, you can either access the emojis in your little Zoom square, or you can put your own emoji straight into the chat. Or if you just want to use the good old-fashioned thumbs up, thumbs down method, that's absolutely fine too. So if we can have a quick practice, can you give me a thumbs up if you understand what we're about to do, either in the chat? Got thumbs up, brilliant.
And that's the other stuff what they were saying as well. Rusty the Husky.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some thumbs up. Okay, some of you understand it. That's brilliant. So we'll start with our first statement. Okay, the first statement is the ocean is one of our best defenses against climate change. So true or false? I've had a true already. I've got another true. Any more? Feel free to put them in the chat or just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you prefer. And then we can. Right. Joey, do you want to reveal the answer? The answer is, unsurprisingly, true, yes. It's not just the lungs of the planet, but it's also the largest carbon sink. It is a vital buffer against the impacts of climate change, and it absorbs around 25% of the carbon dioxide emissions. So when making space for learning about environmental issues, it might be hard to decide what to prioritise, but the truth is that many of the crises facing our planet are all interconnected. So, for example, when learning about climate change, plastics plays an important part because the plastic industry is very carbon intensive. So globally, we create huge amounts of plastic waste, 220 million tons every single year, and that figure just keeps growing. This is very bad for our climate, as not only are plastics made from fossil fuels, but they emit greenhouse gases at every stage of their life cycle. And if the growth of the plastic industry continues unchecked within the next 20 years, $2.3 trillion will be invested in new plastic. And plastic pollution will have destroyed our oceans, with the amount of plastic in the ocean actually set to quadruple. And the emissions from plastics will form 19% of global greenhouse gases by 2040. So as well as this, plastic pollution is harming our most precious defense system, the ocean. So plastic in the ocean is having a major impact on our ocean's ability to deliver ecosystems services that we rely on, like absorbing carbon from our atmosphere. So let's go on to the next question. 25% of sea turtles have eaten plastic. This is one that the children often like to have a guess at when we do it in our assembly. So 25% of sea turtles. We've got some thumbs up. Some people think it's true. Okay. Right, the actual answer is false. It's actually estimated that more than half, 52% of the world's sea turtles have eaten plastic pollution. And if you look closely at the picture on the screen, the plastic that you can see in the shell of this animation or turtle picture was actually found in the stomach of one sea turtle from the Pacific Ocean. All of that in one sea turtle. We often show this on the screen with the children and get them to identify some of the plastic, and it's always quite shocking for them. So, but of course, it's not just sea turtles that are eating plastic. This is a problem for a lot of marine species. For seabirds, it's actually estimated that around 90% of seabirds have eaten plastic. So once in the ocean, plastic can obviously easily be mistaken for food, and once eaten, animals can't digest plastic, so it just fills up their stomachs, and eventually they just starve to death. Okay, next statement is there is more plastic than fish in the ocean. You might have heard this before. Do you think it's a true or a false? Aha. Like somebody's seen my slides. Okay. The answer, like just exactly as Adrian has said, is false. Not yet, for now. Now, we can't really know this for sure because it's hard to accurately measure the weight of plastic and fish in the ocean. But there are some scientists out there that have predicted that by the year 2050, there could be more plastic in the oceans than fish. And how scary is that? So, although it's also not surprising when a truckload of plastic is entering our oceans every single minute. So, we've heard some shocking facts linked to plastic and climate change, and it's clear that we need to stop the flow of plastic pollution now, protecting our oceans, our health, and our future. And while there's much we can do and must do to tackle plastic crisis, we can't solve this in a single generation. We need our children, who are tomorrow's leaders, innovators, voters, teachers, to be ready to sign up. And we owe it to them to make sure that they have the knowledge and the skills and the hope that they need to build the futures that they deserve. So that is where our Plastic Clever Schools programmes come in. And I'll pass you over to Joanne.
Yeah, thank you. So what can we do? We believe that Plastic Clever Schools is a great solution. Plastic Clever Schools is an award to reduce waste with kids at the heart of the action, with 3 simple but powerful stages: inspire, investigate, and act. We help children lead the way to stopping the flow of plastic pollution in their school, the community, and the future. And so far, 1,315 schools across the UK and the world have joined us on this exciting journey. So here are the 3 stages. The first stage is called Inspire. This is about raising awareness of the issue, learning about plastic and its impact, sharing information to get the whole school on board. Then there's the Investigate stage. This involves identifying your school's problem plastics and developing an action plan to tackle the problem. The final stage is the Act stage. This involves taking actions. Children learn about advocacy and how to create a positive impact by leading exciting campaigns to wave goodbye to single-use plastic in their environment. And we have created everything you need to complete the challenge, all neatly packaged up on our website, as you may have found. So to support schools and in particular teachers, we have created a teacher toolkit for both primary and secondary schools, which you can download for free on our website. It provides a quick overview of the 3 stages and the evidence needed to demonstrate your success. Alongside this, there are essential supporting resources that we've created to help you achieve each stage and develop the case goals your students will be using to complete the process. And here's just a screenshot of the guiding page of the teacher toolkit, where you can find actual resources available to support each stage, the case goals each stage seeks to help your children develop and apply, and the estimated time requirements so that you can figure out where to make space for this at school, either with a group or club or as part of the formal curriculum. So what do we have for students to help them lead the way on this journey? We've also created workbooks for students and young people and to bring Plastic Clever Schools to life. The workbook guides them through the 3 stages in an easy step-by-step way. The workbook includes learn more sections, introducing key concepts relating to marine plastic pollution, climate change, circular economy, etc. It's full of examples, templates, and great ideas from other children around the world to inspire them along the way. And alongside Plastic Clever Schools, we have lesson packages. In 2019, Common Seas convened a group of industry experts, subject associations, schools, and universities to discuss the plastic problem and the need for high-quality practical learning experience to address it. These packages are not a requirement to achieve your Plastic Clever Schools award, but they are a fantastic resource if you want to enhance learning opportunities around this project or to embed deeper learning opportunities within the curriculum. We believe that a youth-led approach is essential. So Plastic Clever Schools seeks to combat the eco-anxiety in young people by putting the action back in their hands, giving them the agency to drive meaningful change in their schools and communities. And last year, we hosted our first ever Plastic Clever Schools International Day of Action. It was very exciting. From assemblies and expert talks to cleanups and creative hands-on activities, schools worldwide united to tackle plastic pollution and inspire change on that day. We received nearly 600 actions taken by students worldwide on that day. And here are just some examples of the great work submitted to us on the International Day of Action. We were very inspired by the creativity and passion of the kids and young people across the world. Here are some pictures from our UK beacon schools, and here's a photo from our beacon school in Barbados, and they were hosting an assembly. And here are some photos from schools in Greece. The engagement and commitment of the Greek schools in this event were quite impressive. And now here's the most exciting part. You may have sent us via our newsletters and emails before to support schools in their journey to becoming a plastic clever school. Common Seeds is now offering a school action fund of up to £500 each. You can use this grant at any stage of your journey, whether it's to help you host an assembly, purchase litter picking tools, or to implement your action plans. And the only prerequisite is to register on Plastic Clever Schools. And the only commitment expected from your school is to complete all the stages and earn your Plastic Clever Schools award.